Hello, Mako. It has been a while. How are you doing? Let's see. There's our plant breeding chain. Just need to level up this cast form. Yeah, today we are gonna be breeding an Oddish with Charm, also Toxic and Sunny Day. But Charm is what's gonna make it different from the vileplume that we used before in the dome. And also the fact it's gonna be a Bellossom and not a vileplume, of course. And I just need this cast form to go to level 20 so it learns Sunny Day. So we can pass that on. I'll explain the breeding chain in a moment once we're done here. There we go, level 20. Rain Dance, sure. We also learned Sunny Day, and I assume we're also learning Hail. Yes, we do. Hello, Riley. Good to see you here as well. Alright, we got the level we needed. Oh, did I forget to take them out of the daycare? I was just hatching a female Oddish because I needed one for the breeding chain. Also, I only had the male vileplume. The shiny vileplume. Did not pass on the shiny gene. Hello, Katie. Thank you for the good luck. Did you schedule your stream correctly? Because it said it was gonna start half an hour ago. Let's grab this Ditto. And then we'll get to the breeding chain. You just woke up. There may have been a mistake somewhere. May have been a 12-hour difference. Okay. So here's our plant breeding chain. So let's put you back. And go here. My boxes are a bit of a mess because I had so many eggs. Every other Pokemon just got cramped into the last boxes. Okay, so this is gonna be our breeding chain. Gulpin learns Toxic from level up, so we don't have to use a TM to learn it. I already bred Toxic onto cast form for a previous breeding chain, so we have this one already. And I just needed to level it up to get Sunny Day. Then we're gonna breed Sunny Day onto Skitty. Skitty learns Charm. Skitty can breed with Shroomish, who can also learn Charm. Shroomish can breed with Oddish, who's gonna get... I mean, we already have a pretty nice moveset here because of the Vileplume. But this isn't quite what I want. So we're gonna get Charm on here. And Sunny Day. And Toxic. And then we'll use a Giga Drain TM because we can get the TM from Trainer Hill. So it doesn't break my rule of no TMs that can't be reused. And then we'll be breeding with this Modest Oddish to get Modest Bellossom. Thanks for rewarding, no problem. Let's see, female. That is all correct. So we can start breeding these two. And then the stats I'm going for. My only real target is 23 special attack. Because we needed to one-shot the Silver Tucker Swampert. Unfortunately, we can't fit Solar Beam onto this moveset because we have Charm instead. So I wonder how that's gonna affect the team. Yes, B-Freeze, get Bellossom. Hopefully Bellossom is not gonna be frozen. And given that we have, we're gonna have Sunny Day, there's at least a decent chance that we don't get frozen. Because you can't be frozen in the sun. Of course, we can be outsped. Or we can be ice beamed on the turn we don't Sunny Day. But hopefully we can avoid it. So yeah, in my notes I have the perfect IV stats at level 5. And I also have the one below. Or in case of speed, it's the same. Like most of them are a range of 10 to 29 IVs, and then speed is 20 to 31. And yeah, I just want 23 special attack, and then some decent stats. But it's just a special attack I really need, because then I don't need to use Miracle Seed. And I think we're gonna give leftovers to this Bellossom. I think that will fit well with the Charm. Will become somewhat tanky. I'm not completely sure what the EV spread is gonna be, and I think I'll let it depend a little bit on what my IVs end up being. I just know we want to go max special attack, and other than that, I'm not sure. Hello, Super Flash. Good to see you. These eggs are taking a while. I hope I didn't mess up something in my breeding chain. I'm pretty sure that Skitty is a fairy. Because Cast Form is fairy and Shroomish is a fairy. Let me double check on Bulbapedia real quick. Skitty is a fairy, yes. And does breed with Cast Form. And was a male Cast Form and a female Skitty, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there we go. There's an egg. So we need to get male Skitty, and Skitty is 75% female, so this may take a few eggs. We sometimes already struggle just getting the 50-50. How does a cat lay an egg? Who says they lay an egg? They find an egg, obviously. I don't know, there was a ROM hack recently that I watched a playthrough of, where you had to play as a Ditto and you had to find an egg. Don't ask questions you are not prepared to learn the answers to. That's a good point, Superflash. I don't think we want to know. Yeah, once we finish breeding, I think we are going to do some battle tower hunting. I was gonna do more breeding. I was doing some battle tower, some Ruby battle tower hunting before, and I found the Pokemon I needed for the breeding, which was a male Swampert with Curse, and there's one in level 50. It took me 20 minutes to find the Latios. And then I wasn't paying attention and I accidentally ran away when I needed to send out my new Pokemon. Like I pressed B when it asked me if I wanted to send out new Pokemon and I ran away. So that was unfortunate. Otherwise we would have been ready for like a different Pokemon. Because I was... Hello, Alphabusa. I see you've changed your name. I was looking into breeding a Pokemon for a semi-serious team, like with good IVs. And I needed to breed an egg move from a different Pokemon. So I was like, well then I'm first gonna have to breed that Pokemon to have good IVs. So it can hopefully pass on good IVs to the Mantine. So I needed a good parent and I also needed an egg move. Because I was planning to use... We need Quagsire as the parent. Alphabusa, you'll be driving with me in my ear. Alright, have a good drive. So I was planning to breed for a good Quagsire eventually because both me and KT currently think Quagsire is the best stamp user for the Ruby Tower, at least for like stalling out an explosion Pokemon that we would like to catch. Female, okay, that's expected, but not what we need. So yeah, I was already gonna get a Quagsire at some point. And Quagsire gets Curse as an egg move. And one of the Swamperts in the tower has Curse. So I figured I would catch one of those. And Swampert is very high chance to be male, so that's nice. And then I can use one of those Quagsires in the tower eventually. But I can also use one of them as a parent for a different Pokemon that I want to breed. Does anyone have any guesses for what I would need Quagsire for as a parent to pass on a move to a different water type? Hello Arnovingsy, good to see you again. I feel like it's been a few streams. Also, let's go to live chat instead of top chat. Go. Let's see, when we get a male, at least we don't need to breed like a nature onto this. Yawn on Swampert? No. Okay, another female. I don't think Swampert can learn Yawn, can it? I feel like I would have heard if it can, or if it could. Yawn. No. Blastoise gets Yawn though, so one of the water starters gets it. What's above Malville? You think Skarmy can be caught up there? Yeah, Skarmy is a little bit above Malville. Maybe just Gen 4? Maybe, I'm not sure. I can check. Gen 4. Yeah, it's Gen 4. Swampert gets Yawn in Gen 4. But no, Yawn is also not the move I'm trying to pass on. Although Yawn is a good move. Amnesia? No, also not Amnesia. But the Quagsire that I'll be using in the tower probably is gonna have Amnesia. So we can stall out Regice, for example. Haze would be your guess? You are correct, Sandy. Haze is the move that I need. Okay, we'll throw everything in here. Hello, remember. Mr. Browser, Quagsire is one of your favorites? It's an interesting Pokemon. Hello, Michael. You've come for the competitive egg grind? I mean, I don't know how competitive this is. This is for the casual IV challenge. But we'll have some decent stats. Or at least one. Alright, so which Pokemon wants Haze from Quagsire? I've used this Pokemon before in some live streams. Okay, another female. Haze Mantine, you are correct, Sandy. Haze Mantine. For my Steelix Mantine Dusclops team. This is for Dome? Yes, this Bellossom will be for the Dome. It will basically be the same team, but it will replace the Vileplume. Because this is the team I had originally planned before I got the shiny Vileplume from Beach Shows. Water Absorb Quagsire is cool, but I'm gonna need a damp one instead for the Ruby Tower. You knew it was some bullshit, man. course, of course. But I think I will try to do like a somewhat serious streak with it on cartridge. And it's not gonna be the best team ever, probably. Like the Gyarados version of the team is gonna be stronger, but that requires hitter power flying. At least my current version. No, Bellossom and Vileplume are not in the 100 tower, which I was hoping Vileplume would be in there. Or Bellossom, but I was expecting if one of them is going to be there, it's going to be Vileplume. But no, unfortunately not. Have I tried VGC? I played VGC in 2017 and a bit in 2018. So it's been quite a while ago. Hey, we got the Mill Skitty. Okay, we're gonna need to collect that egg. So this Skitty is gonna have Toxic and the weather moves. Good. The only one it didn't pick up was Hail, which we don't care. Do I like focusing on Gen 3? Yes. Although I'll also be doing other gens, but I don't want to combine them too much at the moment. Or at least not like Gen 4 Frontier or some other battle tower. Like I'll probably eventually do like, well, probably while I'm still doing stuff for Gen 3, I'll move on to Gen 1 and then Gen 2. But like if I start doing Gen 4 stuff, I'm afraid that I'll get too confused about... Like I'll start mixing things up about how mechanics work, or how the AI works, or how which moves certain Pokemon have in which frontier. So I want to focus on Gen 3 first. KT, you have stolen a male and female Alakazam from the tower on different trainer IDs. Excited to see how breeding goes for passing down IVs. Right, I need to grab... Now I need to level up this Skitty first. So we can learn Charm. Got this. This. And we're gonna need the female Shroomish soon. Do I trade them over to my secret base, or to be able to use my secret base? Actually, I could use the money from the camera crew, because I keep running out of money and not being able to take my Pokemon out of the daycare. So we'll go grind against the camera crew, I think. Only unfortunate thing is that I think my lucky egg is in the different save file. But it's okay. Actually, XP share is basically the same thing in a doubles battle. Get the amulet coin on you. I hope you are guaranteed to one-shot them at this point. Sandy, you agree? Gen 3 and 4 have a lot of similarities. I mean, Magpie does both, but he has a lot of experience. Castform is such a puntable Pokemon. Poor Castform. I'm running Delcatty? No, I'm not running Delcatty. I've tried once to do something with Delcatty. It didn't work. I mean, I'm sure you can get like gold with Delcatty, but... I think everyone is in the right spot. I suppose if I was gonna make Delcatty work somewhere, it would be in the dome. Skitty does look very cute. I haven't seen this back sprite in ages. Magpie is the LeBron of the tower? Magpie is the LeBron of the frontier, not the tower. Like, he does everything. Attract. One of the few, if maybe the only Pokemon that learns it from level up. In Gen 3. We need level 25, I think. So it's gonna take a little while. But, like I said, we can use some money on this save file. But I'll be busy with the Gen 3 Frontier for the foreseeable future. With all the things I want to do, especially like if I only went for like one gold, like one team getting gold in each facility, then it would be a lot faster. But at least for the dome, I want to use a bunch of different Pokemon. I don't know how many teams I'm going to use for some of the other facilities. Because some of them are going to take way longer than the dome for each attempt. But we'll see. And part of the reason we're doing this version of the team is because like we only need to breed one Pokemon. Also, I don't need to figure out the team because I've already figured this team out. I have some ideas for teams that I also want to use, but I haven't quite looked into them fully yet. If they'll be good enough for what I want to do. So I need to look into that. Oh, Exploud lived. Is it gonna kill Skitty? No. Good. Assist. That's a very interesting move. Unfortunately, Delcatty isn't good enough to use it. And also, it's just not that useful in Gen 3. I mean, maybe you can do something with it, but the strategy that I think is interesting, which is assist Spore, doesn't really work. Hello, JG. Hello, Peter. A Skitty? What did you miss? Skitty is just here to pass on some egg moves. Sandy, your favorite regional name for a Pokemon is Cranidos in German. Cocknodon? Okay, interesting name. My favorite is probably Relaxo, which is German Snorlax. Yeah, I've not gone crazy enough to use a Skitty. Although, with how cute this back sprite is, you would almost be tempted to, but no. I don't understand why they hated Delcatty so much. Its stats are so bad. For Moonstone evolution as well. Usually, Moonstones are quite good. Hello, Garcia. I don't know the IVs for Bellossom because we don't have it yet. Remember, your favorite is French Goldeen? I don't remember. I feel like I've seen a clip of French anime Goldeen, but I can't remember. Two more levels. One more level. There we go. 25 charm. German Bellossom is Blue Bella. That's a nice name. Right, back to breeding. KT, you think your message got eaten earlier? Oh no, not again. What kind of messages are you trying to send to me? I did see something with Alakazam. You got Calm Registeel. Nice, I think... I'm not sure, I either have Calm or Careful, or both. But that does seem like a really good Pokemon. Oh, oops. Alright. Put the moves we want the most at the top, because as it learns new moves, it will replace the ones at the bottom. Hello, Treepawn. I did not read your message before it disappeared. So yeah, I need to find another Swampert with Curse in the tower because I ran away by accident. I was so done with that Latios after it took me over 20 minutes to find it. And then like I looked away and I was just spamming my controller buttons to get through the text of explosion killing the Latios. And then I accidentally pressed B when it asked me to send out the next Pokemon. Ah, you're going with the Oxide set of Amnesia, Iron Defense, Toxic, Seismic Toss. I'm not sure how well that will perform in Emerald because there's of course Smart AI instead of Random AI. So you take more super effective hits on average. But it's still gonna be really tanky. So once again, we're gonna need a male. So it can pass on the egg moves to the Oddish. You like Rest on Registeel too? Yeah, that's probably what I would go for. I'm pretty sure there's a streak on the Smogon leaderboard with Registeel. Maybe not. I know there's one with Regirock. And I know Registeel is popular in Gen 4. Oh yeah, the second highest streak. Or like the person with the second highest streak has a Registeel. And then the person with the third highest streak has a Registeel team that wasn't the third highest streak, but one of his streaks has a Registeel, and the person with the fourth highest streak had a Registeel team as well. Let's see which movesets they had on the Registeel. One of them, Curse, Amnesia, Substitute, Hidden Power, Steel. You could do the same thing, but with Metal Claw. Also, I'm not looking at the screen right now, so if we're like hatching an egg or something. Oh wait, that's the wrong team. The other one was Seismic Toss, Toxic, Iron Defense, Rest. And it didn't need Special Defense because there was Calm Mind Latios and Calm Mind Suicune on the team. And it did, like the Registeel did have max Special Defense, but like having 2 Calm Mind Pokemon is gonna be enough. And then let's see, the team for the last one was also Hidden Power, Steel, Curse, Substitute, Amnesia. Yeah, I can definitely... Substitute is really good because you don't die to Oko moves, or like you also have less chance of losing to crits. The thing I don't like about it is that with Registeel you're cursing, so you're gonna be really slow, so you can't really... You're always gonna be vulnerable for at least one turn. But it's still a very strong Pokemon and definitely capable of getting a very long streak. Why don't I use RNG? Because I don't want to, Garcia. Did we get a male? Yes. Timid? That doesn't matter. Charm, Toxic, Sunny Day. Perfect. That is all we need. We can take these out. But yeah, Hidden Power Steel is not accessible to us Ruby Tower thieves. We can only have Hidden Power Dark. Actually, I don't need to dump eggs because I didn't have any. No, I need to keep this one. This one can go here. If you use RNG, you might as well use glitches. I mean, I am using some glitches. Well, not for this. For this, I'm not using any glitches. This is the completely casual part. Hello, Chief. Good to see you. Thanks again for the membership from yesterday. But yeah, the point of this is to get something that a completely casual, or as much as you can be casual when you still want to take on the frontier. Like for the frontier, a casual player should be able to do exactly what I'm doing and get similar results. So yeah, for this we don't use any glitches or RNG manip or something like that. I have RNG manipped 2 Pokemon. They are Zapdos and Articuno that I want to use for my doubles team. And they needed a hidden power. And it's basically impossible to get really good stats and the hidden power you need. So I RNG manip those. I may RNG manip more Pokemon in the future, but not at the moment. So now we again need a male Pokemon, so we can breed it with Oddish. And Oddish can give us the nature we need. But you're never gonna use hidden power. I mean, if you end up getting enough good Pokemon, like trying to get Pokemon, eventually you're gonna have a hidden power that's actually good. Like if you look at some of the screenshots that get shared in the Discord, there are some really good hidden powers in there sometimes. The constantly switching music is torture. I actually don't have sound on. So I don't hear it. Super Flash, hidden power is always hard to gauge for you. I mean, the main issue isn't which type is it. I mean, that is a big issue, but then also how much power does it have? Luckily, there are calculators. Because I wouldn't want to figure that out on my own. Like, I can figure out the type. That's not that difficult because we have Cacleon in this game. Oh, flower power! We have an Abiola clone in the chat. Is this the same one that was in Riley's chat? I feel like it's slightly different, but maybe it is the same one. You got shiny Espeon with 70 power electric. It's not what you would want if you could pick one for Espeon, but it's nice to have a max power special hidden power. Ultra Nintendo, let's go. Espeon is a very fast special attacker. This is very true. Did we get a mail? No, we did not. Brave nature. But we can see we have the moves that we want. And then Giga Drain is gonna have to be a TM move, which... Let's see if we have one right now. I don't know what the number is of Giga Drain. Yeah, 19. We can get more in Trainer Hill, so I'm fine with using it for this challenge. Sunny Day you can also get, but if I don't have to, then why would I? No first try Oddish. I was looking back. I recorded commentary for the Dome streak I did with vileplume. I was talking for like an hour. I ended the recording. Turned out my SD card was full. It recorded 5 seconds and then it didn't have space anymore. So that was an hour of recording gone. So I'll probably try to record that again tomorrow. Because that was a little bit disheartening. But it'll probably be a little bit shorter. A little bit more straight to the point than as the one I did. Probably had a bit much rambling maybe. But yeah, it was basically just me talking about the team while some clips play in the background. Remember the one time you spent like an hour to get a male Pokemon and refused to give you one? Well, I don't think it was an hour, but yes, we have had some bad luck getting just a single male from a 50-50. More eggs. But I looked up how many eggs it took to breed the Gardevoir and the Houndoom. And Gardevoir was like 10 eggs. Hello, Lavender. And Houndour was like 6 eggs. And well, like we got a good stats on the first egg. And the other eggs were from the breeding chain. KT, you have to find a fitting enough route for the luxury ball Poliwhirl or Poliwag. Too bad Poliwag doesn't show up at the resort, because otherwise that would be the place for sure. Like the... what is it, 5 Island or something? Next to where you get Mischievous in the cave, the Lost Cave or whatever. But yeah, that's a sea, so I'm pretty sure you don't find Poliwag there. Where else? Can you find the polys in Celadon? Apple, Samsung, Google Pixel, or Huawei? That's a little bit different from Pokemon. Sandy, you got 15 Pokemon for your completing your decks. And then you forgot to save last night? Oh no. That definitely feels similar to me running away from the roamer after spending 20 minutes trying to find it. Plus you got Johto first partner Pokemon in XD. What do you mean? I'm not sure. I haven't played XD yet. I know you can get Johto starters. Is that what you mean? Chief, you've done 5 hours of digging in the past few days and not one skull or armor fossil. Ouch. That reminds me of like very, very long time ago, like more than 15 years ago. I did like a pick my team challenge where I let some people pick my team in Gen 4 in Sinnoh. And one of the Pokemon was Raichu. And I spent like hours upon hours trying to find a Thunderstone. And I couldn't find one. And then like I would try for a while and then I would just progress the story. And then try again for a while. And finally after many hours I found one. And then I go to like the next part and there's just a Thunderstone in the middle of the route. And like, you have to be kidding me. All that work, and by the time I find one, I just get one in the game as well. Let's see. Alphabusa, it is generally taken as granted that perfect IVs are basically a requirement for the frontier. Would I say that is untrue or true depending on the Pokemon? I mean, I think the point of what I'm doing right now is to prove that you don't need perfect stats. And I don't think you ever need perfect stats. And of course, better stats help. How much they help really depends. Like, for speed, hitting certain benchmarks to outspeed something, that is massive. But let's say you have a little bit less defense. Most of the time that isn't really gonna matter. Sometimes it does, of course. So you definitely don't need perfect stats. And even on weaker Pokemon, you don't necessarily need perfect stats. Like it is maybe more important to have good stats. We're full, right? Yeah. But my suggestion for anyone doing the frontier is to do something like what I'm doing, is where you pick a certain benchmark that you want to hit with your stats, and then you aim for that. So for this, others, it's going to be 23 special attack. That's the benchmark I want to hit. because that means I always kill Swampert against Silver Tucker. Except for when it activates Focus Band. But yeah, you don't need perfect stats. But of course, better stats is always recommended. Alphabusa, you think that's cool, and ideally you want to do the Frontier with likely imperfect shinies for the most part. I mean, there are a lot of players who want to do similar things, right? I know Raven has done it, or is doing it. And of course, like if you have weaker Pokemon, the most important thing, I guess regardless of whether you use weak Pokemon, strong Pokemon, perfect stats, imperfect stats, the most important thing is the team building. Like you can have perfect stats on good Pokemon, but if those Pokemon don't work together, then it's still gonna be a weak team. And you can have weaker Pokemon with weaker stats, but if they have good synergy, they're gonna be better than those strong Pokemon with perfect stats. KT, you have a file with 10 luxury balls. You think you're gonna risk it? Well, I guess worst case scenario, you're gonna have to find a new route to use your luxury balls on. Did we get a male one yet? Yes, good. So now we're gonna breed with the Ditto. You were 100% expecting me to start quoting Karen. I mean, I love Karen. I think she's the best. But I was actually making a point and not just memeing. But it would be fitting. I want to give the Everstone. And I suppose I should just give Giga Drain to this parent Oddish. Because then all the other Oddishes will also have it. And I'm gonna use the TM anyway. So we do that. There goes my money. But I must say I really enjoyed using this shiny Vileplume in the dome. Even though its stats are horrible. Like 2 special attack. That's not great for a special attacker. But it was still really fun. You go here. And I think also I like the challenge of team building around Pokemon that are not as standard. And like them being a shiny would be a good reason for something like that. So I think those kind of challenges are fun. You gotta love an underdog? Exactly. And I imagine if you spend a lot of time hunting a Pokemon, that it feels extra good getting to use it. So yeah, at this point we can start getting the Oddish we will be using. There's a 50% chance we get the nature we want. Well, slightly higher, because it could also randomly roll Modest. The Vileplume we used was Timid. But we don't really need a speed boost. Especially if we don't have like really low speed IV. And we do need the special attack boost because we have 10 less special attack than Vileplume does. Like Bellossom has 90 and Vileplume has 100. And then instead we get plus 10 to our special defense. Which has its benefits, but probably doesn't matter too much. But with Modest Nature and 23 IVs or more, we don't need Miracle Seed to one-shot the Swampert. Unlike Vileplume, who did need the Miracle Seed. But yeah, we'll see what we will get. Guess I can write down. Target. 23. Special attack. Medicham theory? What's the Medicham theory? I'll be using Medicham at some point. We'll be, if I'm doing it for the casual IV challenge, well, it will be like slightly different. It will be an extension of it where I am allowed to use trades because we're gonna need to get Medicham from Ruby. And then for the team I have planned, I'm also gonna need to evolve a Graveler to Golem. So that would also be a trade. But yeah, after I get gold at least once, preferably a couple of times with some different Emerald only teams, I'm fine with expanding to trades and maybe even some legendaries at some point. Oh, if it takes a while to find, it will be special to use. Yes, that is very fitting for your Medicham. I hope you're gonna have a lot of fun using it. Yeah, I'm very curious how well this Bellossom version of the team is gonna do. I think this charm is gonna help a lot into certain matchups, like Steelix, Aggron, Snorlax. But there are also some downsides. Like we're not immune to being toxic to ourselves. We don't have access to Solar Beam. So we can't have any Bellossom sweeps the way we did with the Vileplume sweeps. even though those weren't super common. But I expect it to overall be more of a benefit. But it's also going to depend on which Pokemon we run into. Sandy, you're so excited to use the Medicham. You're having decision paralysis on your other teammates. Can be tough. I heard Shiny Graveler and Shiny Bat are really good. You wanted to try a trick set with the Medicham, right? I was somewhat surprised because I was expecting a choice band. Like if you were gonna have like a choice item, then it would be choice band and you'd be one-shotting everything because it's Medicham. But that's also because in Gen 3 currently there's a player who's on a very, very long streak with a Medicham team. And that is choice band, aggressive. KT, you're all set up. Rune Valley is your new home for a while. Good luck. Oh, that was fast. Takes ages for one egg and then you get all of them. Okay, the plan is to one-shot everything, but everything, the things that do survive, you're gonna trick choice band onto them. Okay, that makes sense, actually. Suppose I hadn't really considered it like that. Yeah, we don't get Trick Medicham in Gen 3. We don't get Trick Ladi either in Gen 3. Otherwise, that definitely would be used. Instead of Grumpig or Alakazam. There's currently also a very long streak. Like, both the Medicham streak and the Trick Alakazam team streak are both at like 1,000 or above 1,000. Like, I know Medicham is above 1,000 and I think Alakazam is above 1,000. Otherwise, it's very close. Trick Ladi would be so broken. Yeah, it would be really powerful. And there are definitely some long streaks with Trick Ladi. I think I feel like a different Trick Pokemon is also used. Is it Miss Mages? Or am I thinking of something else? If we get a female Oddish with the right nature, we can switch it for Ditto and we'll get X faster. But that's only if we don't get the egg we need first. Which I was gonna switch out the Ditto for Ralts, but then the first Ralts I got was like good enough. Or like the first one with the nature or whatever. I don't quite remember. And I think same for Houndour. Houndour was literally first egg, I think. I'm gonna turn on the light. I'll be right back. Actually, now that that recording for the voiceover, now that got deleted because my SD card was full, I'm considering of doing like a doubling up the streak for vileplume and oddish. Modest. 14. We have below 20 speed. We have below 10 HP. We have 10 to 29 defense. And we have below 10 special defense. I could check for the special attack, but this is not the strongest Pokemon. Let's go for like another one. OP Zombie, Oddish was your first Emerald Shiny. Nice. Shiny Vileplume in Colosseum or XD is so cursed. Really? Why is it so cursed? Do the colors look really weird? Super Flash, your first Emerald Shiny was the typical shiny pooch. Did I lose? What do you mean, Alpha Busa? What did I lose? The dome streak, or what are we talking about? Shiny Vileplume doesn't look like a Pokemon in Colosseum and NXT? Really? Why not? I know the one thing about Vileplume is that its flower is moving way too much in 3D. Oh, about the audio. I recorded like a voiceover for talking about the dome streak with the shiny Vileplume for like an hour. And then I stopped the recording and my SD card was full, so it didn't save. Adamant, that's not correct. So I lost like an hour of voiceover. Do I have a nickname in mind for Bellossom? No, and also I still need to name the Gardevoir and the Houndoom as well. Because I keep forgetting to give them names. Because they came from an egg, so I didn't name them when they hatched, because I didn't know they were gonna be the ones I would be using. I'm gonna name it A-Self, you think, Sandy? I'm not sure. Super Flash, speaking about Colosseum, you got pretty far in the game. In the game that's Japanese, nice. And losing the audio sucks. Yeah, it was a little unfortunate, but I think it's okay. KT, can you suggest the name MUK? MUK? Where is that from? What does this mean? If it means anything? I thought we decided on Houndoom. I figured you would say that, remember? Houndular Doom. Okay, female, modest. Actually, let's check the stats before I put it in the daycare. Low-ish speed again. HP is better. Attack, I don't even have attack written down. Defense is below 10. Special attack 10 to 29. Special defense also below 10. I'm guessing some of our parents have really low defensive stats. And then speed is below 20. We're gonna go check for IVs. Sandy, can you suggest Bellis? It is the scientific name of a daisy. That could fit. Alright. Actually, I need to write this down, or... 1 second. We're gonna go into an IV checker. Oh, I'm blind. Here's the IV checker. Oddish. Stats 29. 10 defense. 14. 8. Calculate. Check again at 6. Everything is telling me to check again at 6, so in that case I guess we will. Luckily, I have a lot of rare candies from pickup. From both this file and mostly, or nah, not mostly, but a lot of them from my leaf green as well. Shiny Gloom is very funny in Colosseum as well. I'll have a look later if I can find it. Super Flash, you want to suggest Cherry? Okay. 1 second while I'm filling in. Maybe we'll do a poll later. $16. Oh. Still 8 on speed. Let's see, nicknames. I'll make a list. Nicknames. MK, Ellis, Cherry. Check again at 7. Check again at 7. We're gonna go level up. We have 0 to 3 special defense, and we have 0 to 6 defense. Let's go. That's what we want on our defensive Pokemon. I'm gonna go to level 13. No, we don't want to learn Sweet Sand, but you're very sweet, Oddish. KT, you still want to use Ashwagandha for a shiny grass type? Has to be on an English game though. Yeah, you only get 5 characters in Japanese games. Yeah, the flowers on Bellossom's head do kind of look like Cherry Blossom. Anti-bulk Bellossom that dies fast. Yeah, we have our defensive Pokemon with Charm and then no bulk. Uh-oh, I was supposed to look at the stats there. 1 second. Level 13, 37 HP. 19 attack. Attack doesn't really matter. 19 defense. Our defense does matter. 28, 22, 12. Calculate. Our attack is 31. Let's go. Of course, the stat that we're not using is 31. We have a speed of 0 or 1. We have a special attack of 17 to 19. Okay, this isn't good enough. Our defense is 0 to 5. Our special defense is 1 to 3. And our HP is 18 to 25. Oh, what? What a cursed Oddish. Huge tackle damage. We were playing for the end game, we want maximum struggle damage on our minus attack nature. But we can use this to speed up the eggs. Of course, it will also pass on the bad defensive stats every once in a while, but at least one of our parents is already doing that, I'm pretty sure. Gotta go to the bottom. I could use a second Everstone, so I don't need to go up and down every time. This back in the party. You can go back to your spot in the nature box. Now we should get X a little bit faster because the Pokemon don't like Ditto that much, so they get X slower. Let's see. Okay, there's the explanation from KT that I missed earlier. MUK is a girl from a manga you liked. And the skill was called Rafflesia. Okay, but then it should be a vileplume, no? Okay, we have OK HP. Oh, we don't have the nature. Okay, too bad. That's not the one. But yeah, depending on how good the special attack is on the parents, because of course there's a chance we get the special attack stat from our parents, which I think is what happened with Houndoom. Because I put a Houndour in as a parent that I saw had a potentially high enough special attack. And we got a pretty good special attack. It might take a couple of X to get 23 because of course it is between 0 and 31. And if it's random, then... Oh, right, I need to make space. It's... There are what? 9 out of 32 to get the one we want. And then we also need the nature. And preferably not horrible stats on the other stats as well. MK is what you named your shiny Gloom, which most likely would be a vileplume, but you kind of want to keep it as a Gloom though. I mean, it's your shiny. You can do with it what you want. It's just a baby Rafflesia. This could be the one. Imagine we get a shiny. I did not RNG it, manip it that way to where this one would actually be the shiny. Bold. Well, this one wants to be defensive. Hello, Moino. Good to see you. You're glad to be here? Well, I'm glad to hear it. We are just chilling while we're hatching some eggs. What's everyone else up to? Are there other people hatching eggs? I know KT is shiny hunting for Poliwag. Are other people shiny hunting? Or are people doing frontier stuff like I am? Well, I'm prepping frontier stuff. Maybe someone's actually taking the challenge right now. We'll probably move to the Ruby Tower after this because I haven't prepared the other things I want to breed for the other teams yet. And also haven't looked into like the stats I need for other Pokemon. Mild, okay, that's at least that's plus special attack. Really low defense though. We probably got the defense from the mother. Maybe both of the others just have really low defense now. Lavender, you're still looking for shiny Ghastly. Darcy, you're still looking for the Charmander. Alphabussy, you're grocery shopping. That's also important. Not quite the same thing. KT, you post the most famous manga panel with MK, pretty legendary for trolling the reader. Okay, so it's all in Japanese, so I have no clue what's happening. Remember, you're working. Which egg move is the Shroomish giving? So the Shroomish isn't giving an egg move from itself, but it's passing on the egg moves that the other Pokemon gave to the Shroomish. So we are getting Toxic, Sunny Day Charm. And the Shroomish was like the link that passed that on to our Oddish. USO Enjoyer, you're in the Ruby Battle Tower hunting? Nice. Do you have specific targets? Sandy, I wish we could get Leech Seed as an egg move in Gen 3, but we cannot. Unfortunately, it's an event move. Oddish, they forgot to give Oddish Leech Seed. And then they were like, oh, we have to fix this with an event move. At least that's my theory. Unfortunately, we cannot get that event move now. And it was Japan only, I think. Alpha Booster, you'll be hunting Survivor later tonight. Nice, good luck. Okay, decent HP. Special attack could be the one. Defense below 10. Speed is 20 to 31. That's looking good actually. We're gonna check this one. Does Bellsprout have Leech Seed? I don't think so. I need to put this in the calculator. The panel is like a 5-minute read that didn't mean anything just to waste the reader's time? What? Why? What does this mean? Okay, 1 second. That's the same, that's the same, that's the same. We have higher special defense than last time, that's good. I'll empty all of these. Attack could be anything between 0 and 31. Okay, thanks. Okay, our speed is really good, but I already knew. Special defense. Okay, we're gonna need to... Oh, did I save yet? I don't think so. Maybe I did. Sandy, you wish Chikorita got Leech Seed naturally? Yeah. Good luck with your hunt. And the Otter's Egg was a JP only event, yeah. 1 second. I'm gonna go level up a bunch. And be careful that I don't teach Sweet Scent. I was looking into Sweet Scent at some point for doubles, so you could never miss. But there's no fast Pokemon that gets Sweet Scent. That was unfortunate. Let's go to level 13 again. I see chat is moving, but I can't see the chat right now. Give me 1 moment. Same event had a Sweet Kiss Poliwag, which you think it got in Gen 2? I feel like it did, yeah. Sandy, your hot take is Typhlosion is the lamest Gen 2 starter? Okay. I guess, yeah, for most people it would probably be Meganium, right? I kinda like Meganium. Alpha Booster, for your evil rival antiverse version of Riley's Ruby team, you're going with Survivor. Yeah, I knew you were hunting Survivor because of Rend. Suicune instead of Oxide. You also need a funny little insect. Should you do Fortress or Scissor? I feel like Fortress, because Shedinja cannot take any hit. So then the opposite would be a really tanky bug, right? So in that way, I think Fortress makes sense. But Scissor is also pretty tanky. KT, your heart says 4E because it's cool. Super Flash, you think Sandy's take on Typhlosion isn't hot, it's freezing cold. I'm not sure what the common opinion is. When it was current gen, probably Typhlosion was really cool. I don't know what people think nowadays. 30 special attack. 24 special defense, 16 speed. Calculate. Oh, we have really high special attack. We have really high speed. Our defense sucks again. Our HP is a lot lower. Our attack is a lot lower, that's good. And our special defense is pretty decent. I think we're using this one. Check at 15. Check it. We don't care about attack. I'll do a bunch more levels. No, we will not be learning poison powder. We will not be learning stun spore. Let's go to 20. We will not be learning sleep powder. Level 20. We have 50 HP. 22 attack. 27 defense. 44 special attack. 35. Special defense, 22 HP. Speed, not HP. What am I saying? And what am I missing? Sandy, you thought people really rocked with Typhlosion. KT, Typhlosion is your favorite of the Gen 2 gang by far. And the fire type usually is your favorite for each gen. I think that goes for quite a few people. Super Flash, you think Typhlosion is overrated? Yeah, I kind of got that vibe. Sandy, your favorite was Gator, but you like the Meganium's design more now. And Alpha Booster, you think all the Gen 2 starters are cool and good. I think overall the Gen 2 starters are pretty underrated because they don't really excel in anything that well, at least in the early gens. Like later on, I know in Gen 5, Typhlosion has Eruption, which is cool. Let's see, what's the calculation? We have between 10 and 14 HP, 0 and 4 defense, 0 and 4 attack, 27 to 29 special attack, 20 to 23 special defense, and 25 to 29 speed. We're definitely going with this one. Oh, we're evolving. Does that help? It probably helps. Oh no, but then I don't know my lower stats. Doesn't really matter. I'll just switch to Gloom. I feel like with a higher base stat, it might be easier to tell, but I'm not sure. I don't have enough to go to 50. 50 would be a good place to tell. Oh wait, I should... I need to put in some new stats for Gloom now. 24. Okay, let's just refresh this page so everything is cleaned. Gen 3 Gloom. Level 24. $65 HP. 33 attack, not 333, thank you. That would be crazy. 7, 46, 1, calculate. Acid, we do not want to learn acid. And I'll just spam till we get to the end or something. Tag, you love Typhlosion. And Alphabusa. Meganium is unironically your favorite, but it also varies. I feel like Meganium is also my favorite. But I am quite fond of grass types. So that probably has something to do with it. I think Chikorita was probably the one I used the least as a kid. Also in part because like Bellsprout and Oddish were very easy to get early in the game. And fire types were usually hard to get. So I think I probably use Cyndaquil the most. Post Gen 4 made Gator best Johto starter when Ice Punch became physical. Yeah, and I think it gets Dragon Dance as well, right? Gen 2 is lame except Scissor. I think there's quite a few interesting Gen 2 mons. Let's go to 40 and put it in the calculator. Oh, let's go 38. Then we'll do a couple extra that might help figure something out. 38. 97. 49. 59. 88. 70. 46. Calculate. Our HP is 10 or 11. Our attack is 4. Our defense is 3 or 4. Our special attack is 28 or 29. Our special defense is 22 or 23. Our speed is 29 or 30. Okay. Let's go with the last couple of rare candies. Gen 2 feels very rustic and genuine. Yeah, I like the vibe of Gen 2. I spent a lot of time in Gen 2 as a kid, so it is my favorite region. Okay, level 41. Right? Yeah, 41. 104 HP. 53 attack. 64 defense. 94 special attack. 75 special defense. And 49 speed. Calculate. Okay. We have a bunch of stats confirmed. IVs. HP. 10, 11. Attack. 4. Defense. 4. Special attack 28, 29. Special defense 22, 23. Speed 29. That's pretty good. Like, we have low physical bulk, but we have charm, so hopefully that will be good enough. We will just reset the game now. Superflash, you think Gen 4 redeemed a lot of Gen 2 mons by giving them evolutions? Yeah, definitely helped some of them. Oh, we get Haley. Alpha Booster, there's something really special about sprites of Gen 2 Pokemon in the Gen 3 games as well. You don't know why, but they all just look so good. There are a lot of good looking sprites. And they have this mythical and special vibe due to how many of them were so inaccessible. Yeah, a lot of them are all post-game. So we have our Oddish. I'll put it in here where I have a bunch of Pokemon with good stats. And I also have, these are from Pokemon Box, the False Swipe Swablu, and more importantly, Extreme Speed Zigzagoon. With a hasty nature. Maybe I'll use this at some point. And I'll look more into this Oddish and what I do want to do with the EVs later. Because I don't need to run max speed. I do want to run max special attack. Probably. I don't need it for one-shotting the Swampert. Oops, we need to put more eggs in the storage so we can take out our Pokemon. And we put these here. Let's see, how many eggs did this take? We hatched 4 skitties. One shroomish, one... no, more oddish to get the mail. Let's see. 4 skitties, 1 shroomish, so that's 5. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 eggs for the entire breed chain, I think. That's not bad at all. So we're gonna save this game and we're gonna move on to Ruby. Extreme Speed Linoon was the MVP of your Ruby Sapphire journey, Alphabusa. Superflash asked, let's be honest, when have you intentionally used Murkrow unironically in Gen 2 or 3? And KT said, true, a Murkrow run would be so hard. KT did a Murkrow run. Oh wait, I think I still need to reload my save after I accidentally ran away from the roamer. 1 second. Yes, we will be doing more Battle Tower Glitch, Superflash. I still need to hunt the level 100 Memento users, but just before stream I was watching Twisted Motive stream, and I was doing some level 50 hunting for an egg move. Let's see, yeah, we need this. Also, I put Murkrow on my double steam for a little bit, and we would have probably gotten to 100 wins if I didn't like super throw one of the games because I was super tired. That was like as a counter into Gengar and Gardevoir because they were really annoying me with having grass moves to one-shot Swampert. It wasn't the best, but it kind of did something. Let's change our notes. Oh, we also still need a nickname. We got this ish. Now doing Ruby. We'll try to rehunt the Swampert that I ran away from earlier today. Murkrow is so cool with Prankster? Yeah, it is. It's funny that Murkrow was actually usable in VGC. KT, you're still amazed? YouTube didn't send you some notification saying, hey idiot, you're 30 minutes late for your stream. Skolduck still on the team? It is on the level 100 team. But right now we're using the level 51. Wait. I did this exact same battle earlier today against Hank with my Melodic lead, I'm pretty sure. I don't think this was the one that had Swampert, but maybe? I think I am like RNG manipping by accident by reloading my save and like the time. So then if I like do the same time to put it in my Game Boy player and just spam A, I get the same battle, I think. Like I'm accidentally RNG manipping the round. I think I got Swampert from the second trainer. I don't know if this was the lead trainer that time though. Sandy, you get to leave an hour early today? Nice. Enjoy your early evening. Kingdra. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the same trainer. I could be misremembering though. Or it's just like I did a bunch of rounds, so it could just be a combination of things. KT Emeralds was looking into RNG for the battle tower. It's kind of weird how all 7 trainers are genned when you confirm to enter. Someone else told me that there was someone who came up with an RNG for Latios. I definitely faced this Blaziken as well. And it has Lychee Berry. If we're lucky, we're gonna see Swampert in the second trainer. No, I don't remember Alakazam. This is not the same. Possibly the same guy, all the trainers are picked, but the Pokemon they bring aren't decided yet, you think? That might be the case. Because it definitely didn't have Alakazam. How many more Memento users do I need? So for level 50 I don't need any, but for level 100 I still need 5. And ideally like 6 Latioses because they give more XP. And right now I only have a Muk. Weezing is also an option. Muk is like the lowest XP out of the 3. Sandy, I should ask Riley how the factory is genned. You're right. I'm sure Riley can tell me how to press A correctly. Salamence. I caught Jolly Flygon earlier today. Which is really good. I've been considering trying out Flygon in doubles. Also, something really funny I want to try is double Flygon in multi-battle because you can use the same Pokemon on the different teams. It wouldn't be very good, I don't think. Wait, why am I... No, I didn't mean to stop. I'm just RNG manipping, guys. I'm RNG manipping the next battle to get Swampert. I don't know if I would have needed to turn off the game to do that properly. But yeah, I want to try out Flygon, but I think I want to try like Adamant. Or at least like a plus attack nature, not plus speed. Because I feel like you kind of need the extra damage. You can bring 2 Poliwhirls. Yeah, you can like, if you're doing multi-battle, like you have 2 cartridges, and one cartridge can bring 1 Poliwhirl, and another cartridge can bring another Poliwhirl. I'm pretty sure you can have the same Pokemon. And then one of them has Poliwrath and the other has Politoed in the back. How does that sound? I'm pretty sure that works. Destiny Bond Gardevoir. Let's go for a Calm Mind. Uh-oh, we gave Calm Mind to the opposing Gardevoir. No, give it back. Two modest Poliwhirls, both with Surf. Unfortunately, in Gen 3, that's not that good. Okay, I'm gonna try again, and gonna get stolen again. No, not this time. You could also make a team with all 4 stages, true. I mean, isn't Poliwag and Poliwhirl both like 90 base speed? So does it really matter which one you have? Okay, can we use a different move? I mean, you're gonna run out of PP. Either you have like 1 more or you have none. I think none. Snatch. We have so many boosts, it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, definitely tried to pull the reverse card on me. Double Explosion Gengar. I mean, that's not as good as it sounds because you have to switch in a Pokemon immediately. So that one still gets hit unless it's also immune. So it's better to have like Gengar and then an explosion Pokemon next to it. Well, it's water ground type, but that's not quite what I'm looking for. Yeah, Wooper and Quagsire are from the extension zone in the Safari Zone, so they're not in this tower. Otherwise, I would just definitely catch one of those and use those to breed. Again? Traced? Gardevoir's Trace. Okay. Imagine it would loop forever. Haha, outplayed. No snatch for you. Superflash, you're currently trying to find the fastest way up Mount Battle. Good luck. I've heard there's some pretty tough battles. That's why Dusclops is in the back, remember? So you don't take damage. Uh-oh. Salicberry? Salicberry Destiny Bond. So now I can never safely Destiny Bond. Or Thunderbolt, I mean. But we outplayed. Destroyed. Shift tree. I want to use a shift tree for one of my dome teams, but obviously not one with perfect stats. Double team. Super Flash, you wonder if it was the exact same guard set? I think so. And a Gyarados. Male Gyarados. Gyarados is a Pokemon I want to catch because Gyarados is a Pokemon that doesn't learn egg moves. So if we get one with a good nature, it's just perfect already. Wait, this is the wrong one. Gyarados. This one is Hyper Beam, Thunderbolt, Earthquake, Ice Beam. So we don't have to spend an Earthquake TM, that's really good as well. Roar on Zapdos helps with the matchup, same with Wob. Yeah, but I'm not too worried. We're gonna be switching around in an attempt to lose here. Super Flash, you do know a team that gets up Mount Battle easily, but you want to know one that gets up Mount Battle fast. Okay, good luck. I have no experience, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Maybe you should have Gardevoir die before he runs out of Earthquakes, thanks to pressure flying types. Luckily, Trace Intimidate doesn't work. I mean, usually that's bad for us, but in this case it's good. I'll just Calm Mind. Unfortunately, the Swamperts at level 100 do not have Curse. Otherwise I would be hunting at level 100 because I need level 100 Pokemon anyway for the Memento farm. More Earthquakes. I'm switching so I'm not wasting PP. I don't want to run out of Roars on my last Pokemon and be forced to attack. Did it just miss Hyper Beam? That's unfortunate. Thunderbolt. It's gonna deal some damage. I want to use a special Gyarados at some point. I should bring one to the dome. That's like the best place probably. Get hit by Hyper Beam. Dude, attack, you're gonna lose. Oh no! No, I don't want to lose, I'm scared. Let's switch out. That thing looks so scary. Beamed. Like when I was a kid, I remember a couple of things from the Frontier from when I was playing as a kid. And one of the biggest thing is I remember Gyarados 2 that I got in the factory, which is the special attacking Gyarados with like Fire Blast and those sort of moves, and I thought it was such a cool set. No, we lost! How could we lose? We're so bad! Okay, let's see how long it takes. Latios speedrun. I've been streaming for 2 hours and almost 9 minutes. Oh, Latios is here. What a travesty. Yeah, it's a complete tragedy. I'm heartbroken that we lost the streak. I'm so upset. I'm gonna go hunt the roamer so we have something to do. You lost? Washed? Yeah, you're right, Sandy. I'm completely washed. KT, you're guessing adamant. That would probably be the ideal nature, but I'm also like, I'm fine with a special attacking Gyarados, to be honest, but for a serious streak, I would be fine with like a plus special defense nature. I guess plus defense could also work. Latios does not want to cooperate, as is... Well, I had like... half of them I got instantly today, and the other half took a while. And then the last one took really long, and then I misclicked. Super Flash, you're locking in Lonely Gyarados. If it takes a while to guess, to get this one, then maybe it is lonely. And it wants to stay lonely. Oh no. It teleported to the other side of the map. Okay, let's reset the location by flying. We fly again. No, don't want to fly yet. Maybe I do need to fly, but we don't know yet. Yeah, we definitely want to fly. Where did you go to this time? Nope, still on the sea. So much time loss on our Ruby Tower roamer glitch, any percent. No, it just went back to the other part of the sea it just came from. Sandy, you're guessing calm and you want to name it Soloft. Where is Soloft from? Still at the sea. This... I didn't have as much of an issue trying to reset earlier today. Maybe we need to go to the sea. There we go. We could be on the same route right now. And we are. Let's go. That wasn't too bad. That only took 4 minutes. It's an antidepressant? Okay. Does Gyarados make you that happy? Or is it calm because of the antidepressant? Okay, don't press B. Do not press B. That is where I accidentally pressed B. The Gyarados is bold. If it's lonely, call it Leviathan. Alright. And it's brave. Plus attack minus speed. That's not that bad. It's not ideal, but if we Dragon Dance, speed doesn't matter as much. And I think in the Palace Brave is decent, but I don't know if Gyarados would be that good in the Palace. Especially without hidden power. 1 second, I'm gonna check what Brave does. 70% to attack, 15 to do both of the others when that's above 50%. And then below 50, 32 to attack, 60 to defend, 8 to support. Okay, that sounds like something that's good for a Pokemon with a recovery move. Or is recover like support? I think it's defense, right? Rest, yeah. That sounds good for a more defensive Pokemon. I don't know how badly Brave ruins. Let's see, 90 speed. Is that the same as... we have no speed investment, I think. I think this is the same as Skarmory, who's base 70. That makes sense because we're base 81. 1 second while I check. Yeah, that's the same as a neutral nature Skarmory in Emerald Tower. And our investment... It is max speed? Shouldn't we be higher speed then? Did I mess up the document here? 1 second, I'm gonna check the decomp. Ruby decomp. The decompilation, which is basically all the code. I know where to find the Battle Tower sets. Gyarados. Special defense and attack. That's where we messed up. 250. Alright, fix that. Oh, oops. That's not what I meant to click. But yeah, we need a nickname for this Gyarados. Because this might be usable. Does anyone have any suggestions? While I prepare my emerald. What if we gave it a better name? Let's put some Pokemon in my party in Emerald to trade over. Severus? You only have Slugma, okay. Trade over a bunch of Tangalas. Because I have a lot of those lying around. Lavender, you've always liked the name Monald. felt like that was more of a muck type of name, you know? Maybe I'm wrong there. Gondola? Tickled? I'll go with Severus. Azelf, too late. Too late, Sandy. Every Pokemon can be a Monold if their heart truly desires it, Lavender. I think you're right. Oh, maybe I should also start the trade on my GBA instead of just standing in front of the counter, waiting for nothing. Lance. That could have been a good name. Also, we still need to nickname the Bellossom and the Gardevoir and the Houndbroom, maybe. Let's see. So we had some suggestions for Bellossom names. Let's see. All Gyarados. Brave. Nickname Bellossom. We have these suggestions. Houndoom. Houndbroom. And for Gardevoir, don't have anyone yet, but Sir Knight. Because that's the Japanese name, I believe. So if anyone has suggestions, then we can do a vote later. Gardevoir can be Kagome? Where is that from, or what does it mean? Kagome? But what does it mean? What is the meaning of life? Oh no, we have time loss. I messed up the manip. Saturn is one of your favorite nicknames for a Pokemon? Are you sure, Sandy? I thought it was Azelf. Margarita could be a good name for Bellossom. It actually means daisy in Spanish. Margarita. Okay. Yeah, we don't have the same trainer. I messed up the manip. Bellossom should be Riley. Crobat will try to kill this. Shadow Ball. It needs a crit. I think. Yeah, definitely. Kagoma was the time traveler from Inuyasha. She protected the forest. Oh hey, it's a Gardevoir. That now has inner focus. Let's Destiny Bond ourselves this time again. Imprison! Which moves does this Gardevoir have? Oh, only Psychic. Hopefully it kills me before I run out. We might live. We did live. Okay, 50% for it to kill. Please attack me. We have 3 more coin flips that we need to win one of. Nope. 2 more coin flips. Last coin flip. Hey, we won. Let's go. I stole 1 Gardevoir from the tower and it was modest. Which is very nice. Now, plus speed nature would have been really good because of the dome. I really like plus speed nature Gardevoir in the dome. But I'm not gonna complain about modest. Reversal. This is the Lychee Berry one again. So we're hoping to find specifically Swampert 5. I should share the document in case anyone is interested. Available Pokemon. Let's spin this. I'm doing this to hide the fact I was RNG manipulating the Pokemon for the second trainer. Is Reversal Blaziken the best Blaziken set? Probably, but only if you have Salic Berry instead of Lychee. Machamp Lead, we can never catch the first Pokemon. It gets replaced by the Roamer. Earthquake, as long as it doesn't crit, we will be fine. It didn't crit. I set up a Calm Mind because Machamp has a decent chance of living. What nature was Gyarados? It was Brave Nature. Oh, a Swampert. This could be the one. It is not the one. It is definitely not the one. The one we need is a really weird set, which is Curse, Double Team, Rest, Iron Tail. I almost didn't die to it. Ooh, a Registeel. I killed the last Registeel because I already have a couple of good Registeels. Brave isn't that bad. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, because if we Dragon Dance anyway, that doesn't matter as much. Of course, it's not ideal, but we will take it. Remember, since we have a male Gardevoir, name him Pulapka. It means trap in Polish. Polish? It's a trap. Which set of the Registeel is this? It had iron defense, right? Or was it amnesia? No, iron defense. This one does not have explosion, so we can catch this. Do I want to? I don't have a plus defense one yet, I think, but I feel like I don't really need Registeel right now, so I'll take it down. Swampert coming back. It will probably take a while to find another Swampert 5. Unfortunately. I really wish I didn't press B on that switch in. If you watched Hunter x Hunter, then Kurapika is perfect for a Gardevoir. I did watch Hunter x Hunter a very, very long time ago. We have Hidden Power Grass. These are the two RNG manipped legendary birds I was talking about much earlier in the stream. These are the only RNG manips I've done. Kurapika or Kahlua. Flygon. I've caught 3 Flygons today. The first one was Jolly and the other 2 were not usable natures. But because of like being able to use multiple Flygons in multi-battle, I did want to catch more. Also, if I got a plus attack nature, it could have been good. Hello, Abdi Jaeger. Good to see you again. And Lucci, do we have 5 IVs on the birds? We have hidden powers on the birds, is what we have. With almost perfect stats. Not quite perfect. Like, there are better versions with the same hidden power, slightly better. But these were the ones I got. I have the IV somewhere for these birds. 1 second while I try to find it. This Articuno has 6 attack and 30 special attack. The 30 special attack is for the hidden power. And the Zapdos... No, is this a different... I think that's a different... Wait, where's Zapdos? The Zapdos is 30 attack. No, that's the wrong Zapdos. Where's the correct Zapdos? Did I not put it in this document? It's not in this document. I have it somewhere. I think it's 22 attack on the Zapdos and 10 attack on this Articuno. I have a copy on my 2DS. I'll go open up the edit. Actually, I could open up the editor on my PC, but I don't... Oh, I know they're in the Ruby file. Yeah, that would be easiest. Let's just... Pika Hex, where are you? Open up my save file. What are the stats? Party Pokemon. So we have 22 attack, 30 defense on the Zapdos. And we have 10 attack, 30 special attack on Articuno, 26 HP on Articuno. So they're almost perfect. But not quite. 31 on all the other stats. So they're really good. Zapdos is basically 5 perfect IVs. And Articuno is almost 5 perfect IVs. Loom lead, that's just a one-shot. We now have Effect Spore. Oh, it's a Swampert. RNG on Fire Red Leaf Green is such a pain in the ass. You get not trying to go for perfect ones. Ah, it's Surf again. These were just the ones I could find that were like this, not super long waits. Originally, I had some different ones. Like I started off with like a 15-minute reset on my Zapdos. Then I found a way shorter one, which was basically identical. And then I changed to a different nature. Seeking, uh-oh. Super powerful. Agility, Rest, Sleep, Talk, Horn Drill, Seeking. Yeah, I'm really bad at RNG manip. Oh, it outspeeds and it rests. So I started off with the Zapdos. I couldn't get it, so I switched to Articuno. I got Articuno in like around 20 attempts. And I switched back to Zapdos. Zapdos took me over 100 attempts. Over like a few months. Super Flash, the funny thing is that you and KT are almost at the same exact point of the game. Oh, Sleep Talk Horn Drill, but it missed. I think you're outspeeding, you're overtaking KT soon. Hiker Fins, Metagross lead. Do I Destiny Bond or do I go Zapdos? I think we'll try Zapdos. Of course it goes for Rock Tomb, but it misses. It read my move. Unfortunately, I was more skilled. Pursuit, Metagross, okay. The Skarmory in level 100 also has Pursuit. Super Flash, you're in the middle of the boss rush. Yeah, I haven't played, so that doesn't tell me that much. Like, I know those things exist, but I don't know at which part of the game and all that. Machamp. We will Drill Peck to avoid a Guts boost. He went for Flamethrower and got a crit, but no burn. Remember, you'll be at work for 6 more hours. Will anyone be in Discord? Oh, look, it's Flygon again. I think we've caught enough Flygons today. It's Bright Powder Flygon. We missed. I will enjoy Colo when I play it. Yeah, I'm expecting to. I'm looking forward to double battles. Even though I know it's kind of scuffed. With like, you have very limited choice in which Pokemon you get to use. We didn't even kill it. This one... Oh, this is the bulky one. This was the one I caught that had Jolly Nature. Then I also caught another version and it didn't have Jolly Nature. But still, I'm very happy with a Jolly Flygon. I want to test it out in doubles. Like, I wasn't too, like... I thought it wouldn't really work because ice weakness. There are so many Pokemon with ice moves. Another Flygon. But I think I should try it out at least once. Oh, it's the same one. Dick Toxic. There's a small hint you can share, KT, when I start the game, but you will not mention it until then. Okay, that's quite cryptic. We get a Regirock. We caught Adamant Regirock, I think, at level 100 a couple of days ago. That was quite nice. Sandy, you're gonna go nap so hard when you get home? Enjoy your nap. We switch in on an Earthquake against our flying type. The AI is just better. Crit Earthquake on the switch in. Regirock is paralyzed, okay. Maybe we can... Facade, Earthquake, is this catchable? With Facade? No, it has Explosion, so it's gonna be difficult to catch. Or to, like, not have it faint without a damp user, which we do not have yet, because we need that Swampert as a parent. In comes Electrode. Could also explode. Screech. Is it Screech into Explosion? We go down. Is it going to boom if there's no Pokemon left? I think so, because it's just random move. I don't think the AI cares. Don't know if we outspeed this. Well, we definitely don't outspeed after Salic Boost. Don't boom, please. Wait. Did it go... It went for Mirror Code, I think. Negative priority. Please? Quick Claw Boom. GG. We can't catch any Pokemon when everyone's dead. We got outplayed. I shouldn't have roared, I guess. That didn't really matter that much. Why is Reggie like this? It's even worse at level 100. At level 100, all the Reggie sets have explosion. All of them. At least here, like Registeel, it's 2 out of 4. Regirock, it's 3 out of 4. Regice is 2 out of 4. Like level 100, it's just all of them have explosion. No, not level 100. We would definitely lose the first battle. Invest in a Golduck with skill swap? Does Golduck get skill swap? Because I do have a Golduck. I caught one at level 100 just to be able to survive explosion. Where do I want to look? Golduck. It does not get skill swap, at least not in Gen 3. That would have been great, but alas. It's Registeel lead. Is it gonna blow up? Let's go Zapdos. KT, you were wrong. You have Impish Registeel and Calm Latios. Wait, that's actually exactly what you want. Minus special attack. And then plus defense. That's really good. Here's another bomb. I'm not sure if this one has explosion. But it's 50% for Registeel to have explosion. Paralyzed. Paralyzed into Quick Claw Boom. There's the boom on the last possible turn. Gave me hope. But that's fine. We'll go Articuno. There's a Swampert. But is it the correct one? It's the correct one! We want to catch this one. Oh, she also has Latios. That outspeeds me. Oh, but it didn't kill me. KT, you gotta run. Best of luck. Thank you. And Latios gets destroyed. Okay, this Swampert only has one attacking move and it's Iron Tail. This could take a while. Like, it took over 20 turns for it to kill me. Like, it did not press Iron Tail at all. The last time we met. It just set up to +6/+6 and then kept spamming double team and curse and rest. Anything but Iron Tail. Any nature guesses for this Swampert? What is fitting for a stall nature? Is he relaxed? Calm? Naive? Plus speed, minus special defense? Okay. Got enough boost to one-shot Gardevoir, that's good. He's lonely. Nobody wants to play with Stall Swampert. If it's Stall, maybe it's Sassy. Okay, I just need to get hit by one Iron Tail and we'll be on our way. Oh yeah, it is male. I didn't even check if it was male. I mean, it was likely to be male. Quirky nature. I'm not gonna name him Fuckbird. You really start to wonder how many times can you miss like a quarter. He got Iron Tail and he missed. No, Swampert. What did they do to you? There we go. Oh no, we lost the streak again. Terrible. I'm so sad. No, I'm not giving him that nickname. Oh, that is not Aladios. Okay, we're definitely gonna fly. Sassy nature, name it Crash. Well, let's see. If it's sassy nature, or name it Yuxi. Oh no. Not another one. Oh. We could find it right now. Yeah, let's go. This Swampert wants to be caught, unlike the other one. Yuxi is a great name, Sandy. Really? You agree? So surprising. Don't press B. Name him Yogurt? Yes, use next Pokemon. Let's turn on Emerald. Get ready to trade. And we have Hardy Nature, plus attack, minus attack. Name it Flaza? Where's that from? Hardy does not deserve a nickname. At least not for now. But luckily, we didn't catch it to use it. We caught it to breed with it. Pass on Curse to Quagsire. Pass on some IVs to Quagsire. And then hopefully Quagsire will pass on those IVs to Mantine. A good hard-working Swampert. Well, I sure hope he's gonna be working hard. Darcy, do you take Charmander with perfect special attack and speed? Or keep going for shiny? Is it like actually max IVs or just... I don't know if for some stats you can already know at level 5 that they're perfect. But sometimes it's still a range. But it's up to you. You can always get perfect stats later. But you cannot always get the shiny later. Well, I mean you can, but it's more difficult. A good name would have been Fulgur. I suppose it would have been. Maybe not perfect, but highest possible in the lab. Yeah, maybe that's still perfect. Sometimes you can already know. But yeah, it's up to you. Hunting for the shiny isn't gonna be easier later, but hunting for good stats is gonna be easier when you've got like hundreds of Dittos and some of them have perfect IVs. Okay, now that we got the Swampert, maybe we should switch back to level 100. So we can find our Memento Pokemon. In which case, I should have loaded a different save file, but it's fine. We can just swap our Pokemon here. Darcy, you'll keep going for a shiny? Alright, good luck. How many resets have you done? Are you keeping track? So, with this streak, we're definitely a lot more likely to lose by accident because we have questionable Pokemon in the team. We're not nearly as strong. Like the Gardevoir is still really good. But the back isn't as strong. We also don't have access to Roar, which was nice for hunting certain Pokemon. Tentacruel. I think we set up one Calm Mind. Liquid Ooze. Tentacruel gets one shot. In comes Registeel, so like I said, this thing has explosion. Guaranteed. Boom. There goes Gardevoir. We do have Damp Golduck, but Golduck isn't strong enough to switch in on a Thunderbolt and then 1v1 Registeel or something. It's Hariyama. Let's see if it's Thick Fat or not. I don't think that's Thick Fat. That took too much damage. Hariyama goes for rest, has a Chesto Berry, which is usually the combination. Sometimes Lum. Don't know if that's the case in Ruby. It goes for rest again, but at least this time there's no berry, so now we can just kill it. Let's put the targets on the document. Targets. Memento. Latios. Let's see. Muck. Lady Gillian, lead Gardevoir. Keep running into the same leads. I had the same thing earlier today. Not that I was running into Gardevoir, but I kept running into like Melodic lead and that sort of stuff. Okay, Destiny Bond again. I'm pretty sure you can live one crunch. Does live one crunch. Spadef drop doesn't matter. Psychic does nothing. Now there's no Destiny Bond, so we go for the kill. A Latias. But we're not really hunting for Latias in level 100, so we're just gonna try to kill this. It is fast. It outspeeds me. I mean, if it's neutral nature max speed, it would be faster than me. Or probably even like 170 speed. Crunch does more than recovers. And we have a Cherry Berry in case we get paralyzed here by this Thunderbolt. We don't, and a crit wouldn't have killed us. Latios goes down with a crit on the 1 HP Latios, of course. Last Pokemon, Ludicolo. Every Ludicolo is a stall set. And unfortunately, we don't have the Toxic Vileplume with us anymore, because we took the Damp Golduck instead. I should have gone Sunny Day turn 1. It's Attract, but does it work? Another attack. Attract. Okay, that's good. But the leftovers, it might heal out of range. Like, that needed to be like a low roll, and now we get a high roll if we want to kill this turn. We do not kill. Double team. That is unfortunate. Hopefully we hit. We miss, of course. Another double team. Now we hit. Ludicolo goes down. Every Ludicolo experience is personalized. I think everyone who plays the Frontier for a while can relate to facing stall Ludicolo. That thing is a potential problem in singles. In doubles, I'm like really happy to see it because it's basically a free win. At least when it shows up early. Skarmory. Skarmory only shows up in level 100 in the highest rounds. We cannot catch this one because it's the lead. We already caught I caught one when I found out we could find them here. And it was a female as well. Would be better to have a male one so we can pass on the IVs without needing to have like a good nature. Because the one I caught was docile, which is neutral. Not bad, but not ideal. Milotic. I caught a Milotic earlier today. It was Jolly Nature. That was a little unfortunate. Let's go Sunny Day. And it recovered. One second, I need to grab a drink. Okay, don't know what happened, but looks like we're about to kill Milotic. Did it miss Hydro Pump or something? Or does it have some other non-attacking move that doesn't heal? Kingdra. Crunch is the same damage and has a chance to drop special defense, so let's go Crunch. Kingdra is definitely a Pokemon I need to use at some point. We cannot be frozen in the sun. So we're not worried about this Ice Beam. Do I want to go to Indonesia with you to see the dugong they have? What? They have dugong in Indonesia? You have to send me a link. It's a real animal. Nice. Does it have a horn? Oh, look who's back. It's Ludicolo. We've missed you so much. Which moves do I have on this? Surf, Psychic, Ice Beam, Cross Chop. I should really put like a non-attacking move on there. But I guess I can just spam Cross Chop, although that's only 5 PP. No, not the turn 1 Leech Seed. Please. Dugong is just a beluga? I don't know. If there's an animal called Dugong, then I would expect it to be a Dugong and not a beluga. Okay, let's see if we can break through and land a Psychic. We do. That dealt okay damage, but I think we're gonna need to switch here. Because with Leech Seed recovery, Immobilized by Love, Double Team, it's gonna heal a lot. It's already healed too much for me to kill it, even if I had Sun Up. I think I probably should set up the Sun. Should I? Oh, this is tough. I really miss Toxic. Hello, Twisted Motive. Oh, not again the instant Leech Seed. Like, it didn't use Leech Seed at all after the turn 1. And now I switched and instant Leech Seed again. Or did it use Leech Seed and I didn't pay attention? I used Attract and Double Team. No, it didn't spam Leech Seed. We are in our own little personal hell against Ludicolo. Maybe I should just bring Vileplume back on the team. This is getting really annoying. And I don't think Golduck is gonna help me that much with Explosion Pokemon. Of course, we miss. Now we might not kill it even if we hit next time. There's a special place in hell for the Ludgular. There definitely is. Please kill. Of course we missed. I'm tempted to just forfeit reload to save. This is way too annoying. I'm putting Vileplume back on this team. Look, it's full health again. I'm done with this battle. Goodbye. I should reload a different save. Yeah, save state supremacy. Imagine doing this in an actual, like, the Frontier. I think I overrode my Vileplume version. Oh wait, this was definitely, this is the level 50 streak, so I definitely need to switch out some Pokemon. There's the Vileplume. Our savior is here. I took off Vileplume because Muck and Wheezing can explode. And as long as we don't have 6 Latioses yet, Muck and Wheezing can act as memento users. But it's not worth it. It's still gonna be tough to capture them anyway, even with Damp Golduck. It's not gonna help that much. Especially on a team without Roar. Swampert lead. Well, I might have just the thing for this. Actually, this Swampert can probably live Giga Drain. Please do not crit or freeze. I was afraid of Ice Beam. Okay, no freeze, no crit. We would have lived a crit. Let's see how much damage we can deal. Probably not enough, but at least we'll heal. It does live. That's 2 special attack IVs right there, yeah. Serve, that's fine. Torrent Serve. Blaziken. We're going all starters on this one. We now have Blaze Gardevoir against Quick Attack Blaziken. Blaziken down. And Sceptile for the triple starter. That's a painful crunch. I probably should have Destiny Bonded, but doesn't really matter. And it's not guaranteed to be this. It could have been the stall set. We can live a Rock Tomb. Yeah. Even a crit. We could have lived. Yeah, fans can only have starters. I was wondering if you worked like the collectors in Emerald. And with there only being 3 starters available in Hoenn, or at least Ruby and Sapphire, you can only have Swampert, Blaziken, and Sceptile. Switch into Houndoom against the Latias on a Thunderbolt. Get paralyzed, but we have Cherry Berry. Just need to not get paralyzed again. Good damage. Special defense drop. Very nice. Mist Ball does nothing because it's a psychic type move. Latias lead goes down. In comes Salamence. We just go for a crunch here. Another special defense drop. Might matter. Do we live this? Probably not. No. But it might help Gardevoir kill here. Super Flash, you wonder if Soldu works in Colosseum? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I just know it doesn't work in the Frontier. And Machamp Blast. I'll just spam Psychic. We could kill here. But if we don't, it doesn't really matter. We don't kill. There's the Flamethrower again. Crit burn? Neither. Too bad Latias did come out later. Well, it doesn't really matter because I need specifically Latios. Latias does not get Memento. And I want to catch Pokemon at level 50 rather than at level 100 because then I can use them at level 50 and open level in Emerald. Of course, the exceptions are Pokemon that you can only find in level 100 like Skarmory. Kingdra. And when we lose by accident, we are still gonna catch the Pokemon that beat us, assuming that we can catch it. And it wasn't like a tie, with everyone dead. Nice rest spam. At least it will burn its berry, so if it does this again, we will get the kill. Dragon Breath, we have Lumberry, so we're not afraid of paralysis. We do, of course, get paralyzed. Luigi, you caught a Bagon Adamant with 29 to 30 IVs in attack and 31 in speed. Is it good for breeding? Is it male or female? Because you can only pass on the nature if it's female. You give it the Everstone. But you can still pass on the IVs if it's a male. And if you don't have better parents, then yes, it's good for breeding. Or you can just use it as is. Of course, you won't have access to Dragon Dance. Lavender, you gotta go. Good luck finding Latios. Thank you. We will probably need it. Last time, when we finally found Latios, it was of course the lead Pokemon, and we couldn't catch it. I should have gone for a Calm Mind, because it was free, but I wasn't really paying attention. Regice. This gonna explode? You can pass the nature with Ditto, that's true. But I was... it is male. Or like, the Bagon itself cannot pass the nature, but its partner can. Is what I meant to say. Kaboom! There goes the Regice. Water and bug Pokemon are great. Okay. Show me your fire flying team. Well, I wasn't... Gyarados is kind of both. Water flying. Gyarados might live a hit, but we'll just attack anyway. Luigi, you want to create a team with Salamence lead. And then Dusclops and Skarmory or Aggron. What do I recommend for Dusclops? About nature, EVs, and moveset. Kinda depends what you want to do and what you have access to. My personal favorite is Protect, Substitute, Rest, Curse Dusclops. With, if it's combined with an Intimidate user like the Salamence, then I go for a plus special defense nature, max special defense EVs. Because I'll be bulky on the physical side because of Intimidate, or at least that's the idea. And also a maximum HP, or near max HP. That's the set I love to use, but it does require the move tutor for substitute. And it's also a very specific set. So a more easy to get moveset would be something like Protect and either Nightshade or Seismic Toss. Sorry, I meant to say Toxic combined with Nightshade or Seismic Toss. And you probably want something like Rest and Protect. Or you have some options. You could double team. Okay, we get outsped before we Destiny Bond, so we just die. You have Houndoom for this Alakazam. So that's something you could do. But I would probably recommend like the same stats. Like a plus special defense nature. Oh, thanks for the flash fire boost. Alakazam with your fire punch. Plus special defense nature, max special defense, max HP. That is what I like to use. Thanks, and sorry for your English. You're from Italy. Your English is fine. No worries. Fisherman Hank. Wheezing, but it's the lead Pokemon. We are now levitating Gardevoir. Slacking is back again. Going for the Focus Punch. This time, I'll remember to Calm Mind. There we go. Slacking is loafing around. I mean, because we got a special defense drop, we didn't need the boost, but it will be nice into the last Pokemon. Or it might be. We'll see. It's a Golduck! Goodbye, Golduck. We have decided we no longer like you. No accidental losses yet. Except for where we reset, because we couldn't be bothered to deal with Ludicolo. Regice lead, okay. I can switch into Houndoom here. Luigi, what do I think for the third Pokemon of your squad? You were thinking Skarmy because you understand that the stall Pokemon are better these types of battles. But you want my advice? Salamence, Dusclops, and then... let's see. So, currently, I am using a team with Salamence, Dusclops, and Aggron. I don't think it's a very good team, but Nighthawk asked me to get 100 wins with Aggron, and that's the team I'm trying right now. So you could try Aggron, because you resist ice moves, which is very nice. Speaking of ice moves, we have a Wall Rain. Let's end them, or her. I think Skarmory is definitely the better Pokemon. Which one would be better for the team? Might be a little bit difficult to say. Quick Claw, Earthquake. That shouldn't kill. It doesn't. And there goes the Wall Rain. Rain ended with a crit, which wasn't needed. Yeah, Skarmory is definitely the better Pokemon. Okay, this thing us last Pokemon. Doesn't matter if it explodes. We also use Destiny Bond. Yeah, you just have to be careful for with all the ice moves that Salamence is gonna invite, because it's the lead Pokemon. So if there's a Pokemon with an ice move, turn 1, it's gonna use that ice move. So you need to be able to switch in. Dusclops doesn't take that much damage, but if Dusclops gets frozen, that's a big issue. Skarmory with Torment Protect, that's definitely an option. That would help Dusclops to stall for sure. Camera Bleed. Last time we caught 3 Camerups. Well, we caught 2 and I already caught 1 earlier. Because we kept somehow losing to Camerupt. Thanks to things like Fissure. This might be a roll to kill. Yeah, Protect Torment is very powerful for Skarmory. And Wailord. How do they show up together so much? Like, I see them as a combo. But they actually end up showing up as a combo as well, somehow. That will probably kill us. Definitely with a crit. Which set are you planning to use for your Salamence? Camerupt, one of the goats of Hoenn, for sure. I got a Brave Camerupt last time, which for a Camerupt is a good nature, but unfortunately it's also a Camerupt. We will see if that will ever see use. And of course the last Pokemon is immune to Toxic. At least we can deal some damage with... That did only so much damage without the sun? I'm surprised. Must be more defensive Tentacruel. Now we outspeed with Chlorophyll. It goes for Barrier. Where did I get Shiny Vileplume? A viewer sent it to me. I got it from Bishos, who found it in the Safari Zone. Brave Explosion, easy 1-for-1 trade. So easy as long as the opponent has no water or ground moves. Yeah, exactly. Very easy except against every trainer that outspeeds me and one-shots me. Good thing water types are rare in Emerald, right? We have earned a fabulous prize, Mental Herb, by accident. Luigi, you want to go Airlace, Rock Slide, Protect, maybe Earthquake. I would definitely go Earthquake. If you just want to go attacks. Is this Hank again, or is there another fisherman in here? Probably Hank. Yep. Water and ground weak really ain't what you want to be in this gen? Yeah. Or probably any gen for that matter? Yeah, probably. It's not like the region is 50% water. Oh, we dodged Sheer Cold. Nice. Yeah, not at all. There's like almost no water types in the first 3 generations, so you'll be fine. Lantern. Lantern is a Pokemon that only shows up in level 100. I'm pretty sure this thing has Ice Beam, so I'm a little afraid to switch in, but I will do so anyway. Switch in on Thunderbolt, that is good. This thing might have Confuse Ray or some other annoying move. Thunder Wave. Okay, so we outspeed because of Sun and then we get paralyzed, so we no longer outspeed. Sad. But as long as we don't get paralyzed, we one-shot. Spams Thunder Wave, that's good. Don't get paralyzed. Nice. Lantern goes down. In comes Hariyama. Where does Medicham show up? Unfortunately, Medicham just does not show up in the higher rounds of the tower. I was really hoping that it would show up, but it does not. It shows up in our hearts. It shows up when you believe. After 30k encounters, it can show up. There is like in Emerald, when you get to like 1700 wins in the tower, you get back to round 1 Pokemon. So if something similar can happen in this tower, then technically Medicham can show up eventually. Because it is a lower round Pokemon. Makes sense with the base stat total? Maybe. Sailor Peter. Muck, of course, again in the lead. This is a Pokemon that can learn Memento. We actually caught one of the Mucks. That's the only level 100 Memento Pokemon we have right now. And turn 1 Explosion. Goodbye, Gardevoir. Now we might lose by accident rather than on purpose. We'll see. BST, base stat total, is a myth. Just need to get the right min-max. Oh, of course, it's another explosion Pokemon. Do we get another turn 1 explosion? Yeah, there's a lot more to Pokemon than just base stats. Earthquake. Critical hit! I don't know if that was necessary. Thanks, game. Thunderbolt. I mean, I don't mind catching a level 100 Regice. I'm just afraid that... Well, I guess if it explodes, there's still another Pokemon. Okay, don't paralyze me, please. Of course we got paralyzed. Why do I speak? Turn 1 explosion into crit earthquake into paralyze. Oh, okay, we die. We get to catch the Regice. That's nice, at least. I don't know if it needed a crit on the earthquake because Houndoom is very frail, but at the same time, Regice is very weak physically. So maybe it did need it. Of course, now that we brought the Vileplume, we didn't run into a single Ludicolo. Or other Pokemon that we needed to Toxic Stall. Don't. That's where the Latios kept going earlier today, when it took me 20 minutes to find it. Like, well, it would be at Mauville, and then like twice in a row it immediately... Okay, good. Went into the sea, didn't come back. Nice, that's some good time. Any nature guesses for this Regice? We already have a modest Regice at level 50. And I think 2 bold Regice is at 50 as well. At least 1. So we got some good natures for the Regice. Something like a calm nature could be really good as well. Almost pressed B again. Actually, there's a chance we don't see Regice because they switch in depending on what I use. Okay, Regice comes out. Calm nature, no face. Good to see you. Adamant Regice. Yeah, it's adamant. That's why it killed with Earthquake. Name it Slush Boy. Naive nature, minus special defense plus speed. That sounds like the perfect Regice nature, doesn't it? Lacks incense. Bold, it needed the crit to kill. Oh, I'm running out of battery on my GBA. Let's pluck you in. I also have Hasty Nature Regirock. But at least Hasty Nature is good for Palace. Yes, you got it, remember? You called Naive Nature. I think this was probably the last one for today because I think it took like 40 minutes from when we started doing this attempt to finding, well, not finding a Pokemon, but losing and catching a Pokemon. And we've already been going for quite a long time. Next time you'll guess something good, remember? I appreciate it. Then we can actually have a good nature. But yeah, then we'll end it here for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will go and look into the Bellossom and what I want to do with the EVs. Then we'll have an EV training stream soon, I think. Or maybe I'll do it off stream. And then we'll use the Bellossom version of the team in the dome again. And we'll see if Charm helps us at all. Because I think it will. But losing Solar Beam is unfortunate. Because I quite enjoyed spamming Solar Beam. But yeah, I think Charm has more value. And Giga Drain has more value than Solar Beam. Good night. Thank you, Twisted Motive. Good night to you as well. Good stream. Thank you, Super Flash. And yeah, good rest of your day, everyone. And almost weekend, so good rest of your week as well. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Thanks for watching.